Okay, hello and welcome. Today we have our regular series of sharing with you 5 yin yoga channels that might be a little less well known. And I'm here with my friend Matt. So,
Hi,
Matt,
everyone.
hello, Matt. For those people who maybe don't know you already, why don't you let people know a little bit about you and your yin channel, maybe what you're up to on your channel right now this summer?
Yeah, definitely. Well, now I'm falling on parental leave, so it's going to be great because I'm going to have so much time this summer to film more Yin Yoga classes. My channel is exclusively dedicated to the Yin Yoga practice, and I hold poses for between 3 to 5 minutes usually, and there's a lot of silence. I usually like to incorporate a theme in my class, just something to think about while we do the classes. But yeah, it's really big, like for any level, for anybody who wants to try or who is advanced. My classes can be good for anybody. So, Melissa, thank you so much for having me on your beautiful channel. It's always a pleasure to collaborate with you. And yeah, this summer I'll be up and around filming some yoga and enjoying some time off with my family.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Okay, so that we followed the same pattern as we have in our last videos, which is we have some criteria for the channels that we choose to feature in this series, which is that we want to make sure that they have good sound so that it's easy to hear them, because it's nothing more frustrating than, having your computer turned all the way up and you can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Also, good lighting, a regular release schedule, because we don't want to send you to somebody who, we've tried a class and then all of a sudden they're not releasing anymore. So at the time of when we review them, they've had a fairly consistent release schedule and a teacher that we feel is grounded and heart-centered and genuine in their offerings. Okay, so Matt's going to start.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give you the credit, Melissa, because you're the one who found all those great channels. You went ahead and took the lead on that one. I was quite busy towards the past month with everything I had to deal with in my own personal life. So thanks for that. And my first channel is Chocolate Twist Yoga. So the classes there are given by teacher Kali Sampson Alexander, and they feature beginner-friendly yoga classes. And the idea is to help you feel and live better in your body as per her channel description. And she teaches yin yoga, vinyasa flow, hatha, and therapeutic yoga classes. And they're drawn upon her background in traditional Chinese medicine and African wisdom and culture. So the class I did was a yin yoga class to amplify your vibration. And this class was really beginner friendly. She's a great teacher. She gives a lot of guidance and she uses many props. She also has a lot of good instructions and they're very clear, so it's easy to follow what she wants you to do and how to adapt through the different asanas. And it was definitely a great beginner friendly yoga. We moved at a faster pace. I'm used to holding asanas for a little longer and doing a little less per classes. So in our class, there was a lot of asanas, and it was kind of different for me to dive into that style of yin yoga, or maybe a little faster pace yin yoga, but it definitely raised my vibrations and I felt energized overall right after. So the goal of this class was achieved. And I really like the way she decorated her studio. She has a really nice studio and it is drawn again upon her African background. So there's like plants and nice paintings and stuff. So yeah, really good job, Callie. Great channel.
Great. Thank you. Okay, so our second choice is a yin yoga instructor who I've known about for a while, and I practiced with her on a few occasions. And her name is B, and her channel is B Yoga and Wellbeing. And she is actually not just a yoga teacher, but also a clinical massage therapist living in the UK. And that expertise in anatomy from being a massage therapist comes through in her teachings. And so I really super love her progressions whenever she teaches, the way that she sequences a class. That always stands out to me. So when I was choosing the class that I was going to feature in this, the yin yoga for summer, I had a hard time choosing because when I was choosing, she was doing this series of like front body, back body, side body. And so there's lots to choose from, but it seemed like I felt like I wanted to do all of them. But so I ended up choosing the front body class, which I really enjoyed because I don't know about you guys, but I spend a lot of time at a computer, which is ironic since I am a yoga teacher, but I'm an online yoga teacher. So there's a lot of stuff that I do on the computer to get these things online. And I do spend a lot of time writing as well. So opening up the front of the body was really supportive. So I loved the supported bridge pose, the blocks on the blocks to begin and end. And I loved everything in between. She did a great modification of broken wing pose. I find that pose can be really big. So I like modifications of that pose. Also, she did a version of dragon pose with the blocks. And often what I find is the blocks are put up at the front of the mat. And the way she did that was she walked the blocks back, which really opened up the front body. And I've been finding that I've been doing that modification, not modification, well, it is a modification, but that change ever since. And I love the way it really opens up the front of the body. It really helps me to breathe a lot more easily and really open up the psoas all the way down through the quadriceps. So that was just such a nice movement of a prop to create so much more opening of the front body, which was the intention of the class. So great class. She's a fabulous instructor. Again, that understanding of anatomy just really deepens the practice of yin. So I highly recommend you check her out and subscribe to her channel.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we were talking about that, you and I, that just going back to those collaborations and becoming students again, moving away from our own personal teaching style and how we go about our classes to trying other classes and other teachers' classes. We discover new ways to do certain asanas and just modifying with certain props. And, I've discovered a lot myself just starting doing those collaborations with you by trying other teachers' channels. So it's a great learning curve for us as well, and helps us grow as teachers. So thanks to all of you for your channels. We totally love watching your videos and trying out your classes. So number 3 is Carlie, Dahlin Yoga and Wellness. Another great little channel you found. And Carlie, what I like about her, she has a really soft-spoken teacher voice and a calm energy, and it really drags you into that meditative state while doing her classes. And the class I did was a 60-minute full yin yoga class to fully de-stress. So that went totally hand in hand with the way she uses her voice throughout the classes. So during this class, I was able to fall into a relaxing vibe and the calming practice that Carlie was putting as the intention here. And she was guiding me smoothly from asana to asana, using plenty of time and poses, which I like because that's how I teach my own yin yoga classes. So I really like that moment of being into your head and those moments of quietness where you can really dive deeper inside of your own self. So that was a really great class that I enjoyed. And she had a smooth music playing in the background, which was helping me, especially more in that class. I find that the music was really connecting with the class and allowing me to really de-stress and just totally let go on the mat. So great job, great channel, and keep up the great work.
Fantastic. Okay, my next choice was Yoga with Carolyn. And the thing that really drew me in with Carolyn's channel was the intention behind her channel. And when I was dividing up the channels, I read her description of her channel and I was like, oh, I definitely have to cover this channel because I just am in love with her intention behind her channel. So I'm just going to share it because I think it's so fantastic. And it really inspired me to think about my own intentions and the purpose behind and the reason why I teach. So Carolyn's intention is that she teaches empaths and sensitive souls how to create a collaborative relationship with their bodies through crazy accessible yoga and self-care practices in order to live a life filled with less doing and more being. And I was like, wow, that's just amazing. I love it. She's a fellow Canadian as well. So we love that, who strives to offer a safe and welcoming space for people who might have felt discouraged by lack of options offered in other classes. And she does this weekly through yin or gentle hatha with the intention to leave you feeling calmer and grounded and a little bit better. And I just thought, wow, you know what? I want to meet this woman just to hear how she managed to distill her intention down into 4 sentences. Like, seriously, that is amazing. Bravo. I think you should teach workshops on that. Amazing. So for this class, for this channel, I practiced a deep hip stretch for every body, BODY. And okay, if it wasn't for Carolyn's very loving and compassionate and encouraging presence, I'm not sure I would have stuck with this practice, because there were some super challenging for me poses, including dragon, frog, and happy baby pose, which always gets super achy in my hips. But she gave modifications, alternatives, and most of all, I loved her verbal cueing and the way she held space. So it wasn't just that she wrote a great description for her channel, but that she carried that through to the way that she taught as well. So that was super awesome. And I really encourage you to check out Carolyn's channel. So before Matt shares with you our last choice for the summer, I want to thank you all so much for liking this video, for subscribing to this channel, for subscribing to Matt's channel, and for all the channels that we share with you in this video. And I just really want to say right now, thank you so much for doing that in the past videos. We appreciate all the views that you've given these videos, and the comments and the shares and the subscriptions and all of that. It's meant a lot as we've been doing this over the last couple of seasons. So we're really excited for you to check out these channels. And also, if there are other channels that you want us to check out, or if you're a smaller channel on YouTube that is releasing yin yoga videos, then you can let us know as well, and we'll definitely check you out. We plan to do these each season. So our next season will be autumn. And I also want to thank Matt, who does the editing of this so that it's easier for you to watch with the cut-ins of the classes. So thank you so much for that, Matt. Okay, Matt, what's your final channel?
My final channel is Zen Yin Yoga with Michelle. This channel is operated by a yin yoga teacher, Michelle. I couldn't find really much more information on where she's from or her last name, but the channel is really great. And she states that her intention for this channel is to offer the audience practices that will support bringing your body, mind, spirit, and soul into a state of sensational balance through yin yoga. So that is something that resonated really well with me, because when I started doing yin yoga, and one of the first classes, or among the first classes I did, was one of yours, Melissa. And I was in a deep depression after my dad committed suicide. And that was really what helped me with the yin yoga practice. It was combining the healing of my mind, my body, my spirit, and ultimately my soul. And it got me back to being on track and healing the depression, so I could come back to being my own self. So that was a really rough patch. And if it wasn't for you and all the other teachers out there, I wouldn't have discovered yin yoga, and I wouldn't be a teacher today. So thank you for that. Definitely it's a great channel. So that resonated right away with me. And the class I did was a 20-minute chest and shoulder opener. So a lot of the yin yoga poses are more from the waist down. And it's great to sometimes hit the upper body a bit more, especially if you have a lot of tension in your shoulder blades, your neck, or your stress. That can help you a lot to try one of these classes. And she has also a very lovely yoga space. It's very appealing. It's nice. It's well decorated. There's just something about her that drawn me really into her class. Just the way she teaches, how you can resonate with different teachers. Sometimes you just connect with them and you don't know why. She's definitely one of those teachers for me, at least. And she has really clear instructions. She guides you through well put together asanas, and that class just left me feeling amazing from the waist up this time instead of the waist down. So I really felt like my chest was more open, my back, my neck. It just felt like right after everything was moving, way better and can kind of really feel the flow of energy. It's like everything's just functioning better. And that's why I like yin yoga as well, because you get the benefits right away. You don't have to wait like 2 weeks to feel amazing. You feel amazing right there and then on your mat. So yeah, really great channel. Good job, Michelle. All of those smaller channels sometimes, and we know as teachers ourselves, you're trying to better your equipment, getting either a better webcam, a better camera, a better microphone, and that's always work in progress, definitely. So her video quality could be up by a better camera, but I'm sure that's something she's going to be working on eventually. It doesn't take anything away from the classes that she's doing, but it would really enhance the visual quality of the class. So, that's always something, like I said, that we had to make the jump to eventually starting teaching. I don't know for you, Melissa, but for me, none of us started with like top-notch, really expensive equipment. You just kind of go as it goes with what you have. I know even some teachers, they film with their cell phones directly. So yeah, really great channel.
Yep. You know what? We always say, because Tim runs the videographers and YouTube group, my husband here in Victoria, BC, and people always come in with the question, what camera should I buy? And we always tell people to film with our cell phones. Tim films his entire YouTube channel on his cell phone. I think that good sound is probably way more important than good video quality. And I think that ultimately we can get hung up on technical stuff when it's far more important in video to be telling a good story or leading people through a good experience when we're teachers. So,
with a good audio, because when the audio
with good audio, the audio is the most important thing. Yeah.
But you're right. Nowadays, especially the newer phones, like you get the new iPhone, it films in 4K. Like they're equipped already with that technology. So you don't need to break.
You don't need to. No, not at all.
Get a 2-year contract. Your phones is like free, and you just pay per month almost. So it's a great way to start. And even you could keep up, like you said with Tim. He films everything with his phone. So just the audio to look into. So all right.
Yeah. So if you like this video, then definitely check out our spring and winter editions of the top 5 yin yoga channels. We'll have these linked on the screen and also below for you. And thanks again, Matt.
You're very welcome. Thanks, everyone. Have a good summer. Bye.